Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of No Proof Needed, where we sip, have real conversations about life without alcohol. As you know, the popularity probably over the past 10 years with drinking alcohol sales has skyrocketed. It's like when cigarettes came out in the 50s. It's cool, it's everywhere, it's a vibe. And that's what everyone should be doing. And I thought the same thing as well. So when I decided to stop drinking, like I mentioned in my last video, I was convinced everything was going to change. But being sober, you can still have a full social life, turn up, without actually drinking. When I started drinking in my 20s, it would take a shot of Hennessy and a Smirnoff Ice. Again, this is back in the day, so don't clown me, but all y'all around my age know. You know, we'd be in a club, we'd be turned up, that shot and that one Smirnoff Ice would last the whole night. Now it's all about turning up, blacking out, getting drunk AF. And again, we gotta be better. It's 2025. But anywho, today I'm gonna share my go-to tips for making it work, staying confident, because you know you gotta stay confident, and actually enjoy yourself without the proof. So y'all know I'm not sitting here empty-handed. So tonight I'm switching it up a little bit. Stella Rose. I found this. I was like, oh my goodness. Because I was a big red wine drinker. I love Malbecs. I love red blends. So when I saw a non-alcoholic red wine, I had to try it. So I went ahead and already poured my glass. It's in a burgundy glass. If you don't know the different type of glasses for wine, champagne, just Google it. It would tell you because it enhances the flavors. The aroma is better. So you want to definitely learn the type of glasses to use even in non-alcoholic drinking. Yes, please do. So let's go ahead and get into our tips. So number one, tip one, not every spot is for you. I understand your friends are going there, but if you are early in your sobriety and you know you should not be going because it's based around the whole event getting turned, that is not where you need to be. But if the vibe is about the food, the music, the event itself, you're good. What I have realized during my sobriety journey, that sober events are on the rise. More and more places now have mocktails, NA beers, and low-key vibes. So some spots even cater exclusively to the sober crowd. I have been doing some research because I have a trip coming up and they have non-alcoholic bars. It's solely dedicated to the sober lifestyle. I'm so excited about trying them out. You do not know. I cannot wait to get there, but more information on that is coming soon. So back to the point. Let me sip this. Instead of just drinking, now I focus on activities over alcohol, like karaoke. Be sober and killing the mic. If you're nervous about karaoke, a friend told me the trick is have your go-to karaoke song. Practice it at home so you can feel comfortable. Because I never did karaoke sober or when I drink. So now I gotta practice a song. Also, you have options like pool parties, but you can actually go to the pool. I'm a water baby. I get this hair wet. So I love those type of events. Concerts, festivals, yes, they still hit the same. Even when you're not drinking, you go to the gun range, you go bowling. You have so many options of what you can do. Weddings, networking, events, club celebrations. The key is going with a plan. So tip two, own your drink choice. Holding a drink. No one questions you. They will never question you on that. People don't care what's in your glass as long as you're holding something. When you don't have something in your cup, that's when they be like, oh, you're not drinking. You get all those questions, but we'll get into that later. So know what to order. Instead of feeling lost, just ask the bartender. So I have a friend who told me they went to an event, and this is a good idea. It's a tip. I haven't did it for myself, but if you feel that self-conscious where you going out with your friends, but you're not drinking, you don't want to make everyone aware that you're not drinking, go to the event a few minutes early. Have a conversation with that bartender. Say, hey, I'm not drinking anymore. I don't want to cause attention to myself, so I'm going to order a Coke. Can you put it into a rock glass on ice? Because you know people drink whiskey and cokes, for example. Let's put it into a rock glass, so when every time I come up here, the bartender know you need a Coke in a rock glass. You're holding a glass. People are not gonna be like, oh, is whiskey in there? What's in that cup? No, you can do that. Bartenders don't mind. They've been through it. They've done it. They'll do it for you. Own and know your drink choice. So nowadays we have mocktails, similar taste, no alcohol. Mocktails, and be careful again, if you worry about your diet, a lot of them are just juice. So, but good bars have better options. Club soda and lime looks like a vodka soda, and no one asks questions. Non-alcoholic beer, my favorite. Most places have options now, even if it's Heineken Zero. In my area, that's the go-to at most places. And then make it cute. Order your drink in a rock glass or another stylish glass, a martini glass. You have so many options. Make it look intentional, and you won't even have to wonder what to do with your hands. Don't over-explain. You do not have to explain to anyone why you are not drinking. Just say, I'm good, and keep it moving. You only explain that you're not drinking when you feel comfortable. Do not do it do it on somebody else's time. You have that conversation when you are ready. Tip number 3, dealing with why aren't you drinking question. This question will come up. Get used to it. It's so hard for people to process someone deciding not to drink, especially at an event. Especially if you're used to drinking. And honestly, for me, that was hard, but I'm a drinker, so you just have to get used to it. Different ways to answer the question depending on your mood, who you're around, however you want to do it. Some examples: casual, I'm just taking a break. Playful, why do you drink? People cannot answer that question. And I'm talking about high level. I'm not talking about people who really have a dependency on alcohol. I'm just talking about your general friends. They might have 2 drinks a week and then ask them why they drinking. They can't answer that question. Most people will sit there and say, because that's what I'm supposed to do in this environment. No, you don't. That should be another video, but we'll come up with that later. Be direct. I just don't. Simple as that. People assume you have a problem. They will assume you have a drinking problem. And depending who you are, it might be a case. None of us have to explain why you're not drinking. You only do that if you feel ready to. You don't owe an explanation to anyone. What if someone won't let it go? Redirect the question. What y'all drinking on? In your head, you be like, mind your business. Tip number 4, how to actually have fun. Drinking is more of a habit. It's not the source of fun. Go back into your mental Rolodex. School dances, hanging out with friends, house parties. Before drinking was popular, we had an amazing time and alcohol was not included. Not drinking, I felt like something was missing when I'm out and about, out here holding that big ass water glass that they get for kids. But that's before I knew about the mocktail options, the NA options. So that's why I'm here, just to share my experience, because I went from drinking at every type of event to not drinking at all. So I just want to share what I learned, because we actually have so many options and you don't have to feel pressured about it. So the I can't dance without a drink myth. Is that a myth or a fact? Because 16 months ago, I thought it was a fact. You could not get me on that dance floor without a minimum of 3 drinks. I thought I needed a drink to dance. But since I've been sober, I've been out there ever since my friend D, she dragged me on the dance floor at a Christmas party. It was line dancing, but it's still dancing. Now it's easy. What do you have to lose? Enjoy the moments, and more importantly, life. Because you are not drinking, life does not stop, and there are so many things you can do. If you don't feel comfortable dancing, go to a dancing class. There's so many sources out here to get you out your comfort zone. With not drinking, you are actually more present. You are catching everything now. Who's messy, who can't hold their liquor, who's plotting on who. Y'all know how it be. I just had a thought. OMG, I saw my future self if I'd have had kept drinking. That's a story for another day. But watching drunk people it's hilarious. Not even low key. It's hilarious. Not in a judgmental way, because we shouldn't be judging anybody, but in a way like, this is what I used to look like kind of way. And honey, it ain't cute. Some friends, just FYI, they will not be okay with you not drinking, especially if that's how they met you and that's all they know of you. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. Just remember, real friends will always be there with you, sober or not sober. So not to get all preachy, and we're gonna move on, but me being sober, I have learned a lot about who I am and then the people in my life. So those were my tips for having a social life, but I wanted to run something back. So in my video about dating sober, I mentioned there were some perks about dating sober, but I didn't go into the perks in detail. So as a bonus, I'm gonna touch base on that before we wrap up. So perk number 1, you actually remember the nights, no more wasted time, no next day regrets, no drunk texting. We have all been there. You wake up like, oh my God, I said that? I text him what? And more importantly, you stop mistaking vibes for compatibility. I'm gonna sip on that one. Go back to the first video, because alcohol will make you, ooh. I am loving talking to you guys, but it's time to wind down, no pun intended. So we'll go ahead and get into this review. Again, today I was drinking the Stella Rose non-alcoholic red. The packaging is super cute. As I stated, super girly, give you that vibe for girls' night. The alcohol by volume is less than 0.5%. Again, that's the amount of liquor actually poured into the bottle, which is minimal. Okay, so real talk. This one really wasn't for me. I'm used to bold red wines, rich blends, and this is more on the juicy side. It tastes like juice. Also, the carbonation is not for me. It kind of threw the whole vibe off, but to be fair, I didn't really care about the actual alcoholic version of Stella Rose anyway. So it tracks. I'm just not a Stella Rose girl. I know my friends, I know several people that love it, but it's just not for me, because again, I used to be a real drinker. I would suggest anybody who is a Stella Rose fan, even if you're not, the bottle, the price point is only $8.99. I would say try it out, because we might have different palates. It might be something for you, but it's not for me. But I'm gonna finish this glass. Just a reminder, at the end of the day, your social life doesn't have to disappear because the alcohol did. Tell me, have you ever gone out sober? Did it feel weird? Do you love it? How I feel waking up without that hangover? How you feel like you ain't gotta run through the night? What happened? Drop a comment and let's talk. For more real talk, hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more to get into. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you soon. Bye.